Dear Commish, do you have a favorite trade analyzer? I'd like to have a couple handy to help me out if I need it. This is my first time being commissioner. Do not use a trade analyzer of any kind to evaluate league trades. Slow down, pull to the side, check for traffic. Are you doing that? Check for traffic. Perform an illegal U-turn. Head back from whence you came. See, that was easy, right? Okay, a couple more points concerning trades. The league should not vote on trades. You don't interfere in trade talks. You don't veto trades based on your personal opinion about the players involved. Your only concern as commissioner is to determine whether or not there is collusion. That's it. That's it, folks. No collusion, trade goes through. Now, for the uninitiated, trade analyzers, or they're sometimes called trade evaluators, will allow you to plug in the players involved in a trade. Then the analyzer will take the names and provide results that will supposedly tell you whether or not you're making a good trade. The results are usually based on player rankings, performance projections, team schedules, and numerous other factors to create a comparative statistical cocktail just for you. How nice. So wonderful. So look, I don't have a favorite trade analyzer. I've used them in the past more for entertainment purposes than anything else. But I do have to admit, the colored numbers and the bar graphs, they're really cool to look at, and they show you how much of a percentage advantage you may gain over your trade partner, blah, 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 stuff like that. However, I personally don't find them as useful as others might. I very well may be giving up a player that is better than the player that I'm asking for. That happens sometimes. Sometimes when you're making a trade to satisfy your needs, and again, let's go back to number one. That's why the league doesn't get the vote on trades. And that's a whole nother topic. If you go through the archives, you will see that through the podcast. I talk about that quite often, and we'll talk about it again because it's something. Basically, it's an evergreen topic for me, and I think you should talk about it all the time because every year people will vote. Basically, in a nutshell, we're going to go off on a tangent here, but basically, in a nutshell, when other members in the league vote on trades, most of the time they are not going, yeah, okay, I see why this person is trading, and I know why that person is trading, and honestly, sometimes you don't know, and frankly, it's none of your business, just as long as they're not colluding. But most of the time, someone will vote against a trade because they're voting for their own best interest, which has absolutely nothing to do with the trade that's on the table. Okay, let's get back on the topic. Okay, so as I was saying, I might be giving up a player that is better than the player that I'm asking for, right? So does that trade analyzer with this little algorithms and everything, does that actually take into account that I may be stacked at that position and I can actually afford to give that player up? No, it doesn't, right? The analyzers, it's just a little computer program going beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, right? Does it really understand that I'm trading for depth at another position? Probably not. Similarly, in regard to your own league, an analyzer isn't going to take into account the individual reasons why you or another party has decided to make a trade. So if you're a commissioner, stay away from the trade analyzers when trying to decide whether a trade is fair. Your job is to go, is there collusion involved? No. Done. At the end of the day, a trade analyzer pretty much tells me what I already know. And I don't care if the results tell me that the other party is going to win the trade. I know why I'm trying to trade a specific player. Likewise, I know why I'm asking for a certain player. That's what matters, folks. This is Reginald James the Commish. Until next time, see ya!